Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, June 21st, 2021, about 7:30 a.m. On the chart today, we're going to look at the Vedic indication chart, and we're going to look at our timing windows. As you recall, we have the 5 panels on this indicator. The A1 is the fast moving panel. A2 and A3 are connected together. B1 and B2 are connected together. With the timing windows, if you recall from prior videos, we are using the bright green windows and the white windows. These give us time blocks during the day where we expect to get new highs or new lows in the trend. So this is a contrarian indicator where we look to take a reversal. What I've done, I've marked these red rectangles on the chart in the area of the white and bright green uh, points on the indicator. You can see in the B1 block here we have this small white window from last week, and then right above that on A2 we have the green window. So I plotted that same time bracket up above, and you can see right as the two of those overlapped, we got a new low in place, and then we got to move up after that. Now what you want to do is use the A1 panel, the top panel, and take the small white or green window, because that's generally where your turn is going to take place inside the little larger window. So you can see where I dropped that green arrow in right here was the middle of that green window on the A1 panel, which is right where that low came in to give you a perfect time setup. So let's move into the overnight and the rest of today and see what we got going. You see we had this white window here on A2 at around 2:56 a.m. to 4 a.m. So that window was about an hour. But above that in the A1 panel, we had this small bright green window where I popped this arrow down. And you can see that arrow when I align that with the green window, that gets us the area of this low. So that gives us a pivot point, but the window itself created a new high. So we got a new high right near the end of that window, but we got a trigger point for a trade at a low, which puts you into a long to pick up this pretty good trade. It went from 48 to 66, so that was pretty decent there, about a 16, 18 point trade. Now the reason you know you can take a long here is because you expect a new high or a new low in that window. We did not get either. We got a retracement, which was right between the high or low of the prior window, which was this blue window right here. So to block that in, to give you this example of what we're looking to do here, in that prior window, the price low was right here, and the price high was right there in that time block. So what we have to do in the next time block, we have to either make a higher high than this window or a lower low. At the time of this trigger point where I have this green arrow on that green time block on A1, we had neither. But we know generally at those windows we're going to get a turn. So we were able to take a long in here, and we made that new high behind that right at the end of this time block. Now we've got an overlap in the next window today. So the next timing window comes right before the open. You can see that on B2 down at the bottom we're hitting a quite a wide block. So we're going to get a higher high or a higher low than we had in this green window here. So somewhere in this period we're going to get that. On the smaller frame now, we've got this white window on B1, which I've marked with this rectangle, which is the first one. You can see the darker red is the overlap where I drew the rectangle for the bright green window on A2. So that window goes from here to here at about 124, 125. And then we have two small windows on A1. We have the bright green window here and then this white window, and I've plotted both of these arrows there at about the center of those windows. So somewhere in the convergence area of the two windows and the minor window here, we should get some sort of a significant turn. I went and looked at the pH turn times, and there's a turn time in there at the end of the morning segment right about the same time as this trigger point at about 10:21. So that may be a key time for an important turn today, something you definitely want to keep your eye on. And then we've got another possibility on the white window of A1 at about 11:53. Then we've got the bright green window this afternoon. We've got two sub windows in the A1 panel above that, so we've got potential time at 4:21, and then again at 18:25. This is the time of day where it's sort of dead. We can't put too much weight on this time period, so I'm not going to really be too excited about looking for a trade in that bracket. We kind of stay away from the 4:15 to 6:30-ish area here on the overnight. We get another opportunity tonight at this window 21:20 to 22:24, so we've got about an hour window there with uh, bright green on the A1 kicking in at about 21:54. So overseas guys, you can look for a trade up in that frame there. But the best opportunity from this chart here would be where we converge the pH with the Vedic timing window. So there you have it. There's a look at the Vedic turn time windows for today. Thanks for coming to the Perfect Storm channel and checking out our videos. We will be back again with another video tomorrow. We'll see you then.